Hello there and welcome back to another edition of the Hotlap Classic Remastered. This time we're continuing our run of Project A-Spec cars with the 1999 Lamborghini Diablo GT1 JLOC GT500. It's not just road cars that are added with the Project A-Spec mod, of course. There is a very healthy dose of race cars, all the way from Group C monsters to rally cars to Pikes Peak cars, and most notably a lot of JGTC machinery, including the very obscure stuff such as this Lamborghini Diablo, which of course you might know from Gran Turismo 3, where the 2000 version of this car was featured in the Japanese version of the game. Now, we had a lot of GT500 cars go around, of course, from the base game. The difference between Project A-Spec and the base game is these cars are accurately statted. In the base game, you have the GT500 Skyline R34s making 700 horsepower, the Supras are making almost 700 horsepower, NSX is 600. In this, they're all rebalanced to be more equivalent to their real-life statistics, and so as a result, do not expect these cars to be quite as quick as the likes of the base game GT500 cars, so there is going to be a little bit of an offset here. We'll be able to delve on that a little bit more when we're testing the likes of the Supras that have been added, because of course the Supras in this mod now have realistic stats, so we'll be able to see that a little bit further later on. The JLOC Lamborghini was a fan favourite, of course, a Diablo that raced in the JGTC, which is of course predominantly Japanese, and it was proven as to why that's the case, because this car was never all that successful, although the team did have a little bit more success when they raced in GT300. JLOC, in case you're wondering, is the Japanese Owners Club of Japan, and this car, the Diablo GT1, was based on a concept that Lamborghini made to go ahead and race in GT1, hence Diablo GT1, but they never used it because they didn't think it'd be all that successful, and so it got taken to Japan where it wasn't all that successful. Anyways, mid-engine rear-wheel drive, 544 horsepower, 1,200 kilograms. As I said, do not expect this to be quite the 28.5 cars that the GT500 cars were towards the end, but we will see where this goes, and it is very cool to see a Lamborghini on our track. Anyways, to find out how quick the JLOC Diablo GT1 is, it is going to have 6 laps of the Motorsport Land track in order to set the best time it possibly can. Our current leader is the Suzuki Escudo Pikes Peak version that costs at a time of a 25.696. This car is, of course, unlikely to beat that. And in terms of Project A-Spec cars, this is now the quickest one we've had, 30.377. Straight away, two things. One, the noise in this car is incredible. It does genuinely feel like I'm sat in a V12 Lamborghini race car. That is very, very cool. I did not realise the noise in this car was quite as good as it is. And number two, this drives heavy. It drives very heavy. I'm not all that shocked because Diablo was not a particular light car, even in its road-going form, as much as you might like to think it was. This was Lamborghini in the 90s. And Lamborghini in the 90s, it wasn't really there to, it was there to sort of go fast in a straight line, and that was it. It wasn't really meant to last, it was just meant to look like it would. And so as a result, yeah, this is an interesting vehicle to drive. That being said, a 29.178 actually means this is right around the Elise GT1, I think, set a similar sort of time to that. I think that was a 28.9, so if we could get a little bit closer to that, we'll be laughing. It does drive nice, though. The one thing I'm definitely noticing compared to the overpowered JGTC cars in the base games and the ones in Project A-Spec is these ones actually aren't completely uncontrollable death traps. They actually drive okay. Yeah, this is a really easy car to sort of pilot as he smashes into a wall. Yeah, it actually drives alright. Really nice, actually. Yeah, you just got to get used to that heaviness. It is a large vehicle, this as well, of course. Diablo sort of short, wide vehicle. Get a little sort of kick from the dirt mound there. But no, this does drive really very, very nice indeed. No point in trying to snag first gear there because you're just not going to go anywhere. Oh, to the line. Going to be a little bit quicker. That's quite annoying. That definitely could have been a 28, but we'll take that. Nice driving car. Really nice driving car. Yeah, just a bit heavy. Again, sort of got a little bit carried away on that final corner. Broke a little bit too early to try and preserve the lap time, which is never really the correct decision, but it is a decision that gets made quite often in this series. Hopefully this doesn't show too much. Yeah, that could have been quicker. I definitely think this is like a 28.9 car, which is a bit of a shame, but that being said, that was still a pretty good lap. I wouldn't say it's sort of, that would imply, mind you, sector 3. Yeah, maybe you are looking at like a 28.9 for this. So, a little bit of a shame, but no, we'll definitely take that. Definitely not that bad of a lap time. A 29.011 will place this into 122nd place. Goes in between the Nissan Skyline GTR V-Spec R34 and the Weegert Vector W8 Twin Turbo. It is right around a bunch of mid-engine vehicles from around this vintage. Of course, you've got W8, which is quicker than. The Lotus Elise GT1, which is slightly slower than, but I think, again, this probably should have gone a ickle bit quicker. But that's the problem with this series. You know, losing literally a tenth can be the difference between being in, like, top 100 and being down here in 122nd place. It is quicker than the Zexel GT500, quicker than a bunch of, quicker than the Honda S2000 GT1, which is quite a good one, quicker than the Roof BR2, the Shelby Series 1, the Esprit GT1 is quicker than that. So, yeah, overall, quicker than the NSXR LM GT2 as well. Overall, a pretty good showing from the Lamborghini. Again, a little bit disappointed we missed out by probably about 0.1 there, but unfortunately, that's how it goes sometimes. I am only human, after all. Anyways, that's it for this episode. Thank you all very much for watching. Join me next time when I'll be driving something completely different. Until then, farewell.